rebound tally is equal across the board, 18 rebounds to 18 rebounds in the first half. The Valkyries, in terms of rebounds per game, the second best in the league, and we know the Chicago Sky, especially with Angel Reese, is one of the best offensive rebounding teams here in the league.
Well, the Valkyries actually jumped out on the glass against Chicago to start this game. That was part of that 8-0 run that they had in the first quarter. They were up by as much as 4 on the glass, and Chicago has fought back in that area.
I always say that rebounding's not the sexiest stat to talk about, but it can win you some ball games for sure. Valkyries moving it around, 6 seconds here to work with. Fagbenle, the spin move, Cardoso with the block. Elizabeth Williams chasing down her own miss. And a heads-up play off the knee of Kate Martin.
Camila Cardoso has gotten in.
His first block. 3 different players have at least 1 block here tonight for the Chicago Sky. Just 1 block for the Valkyries. Bantam with 1 second launches hit, partially blocked by Burton. And a shot clock violation. We've talked about turnovers. Chicago's done a good job taking care of the basketball in the first half, but they average 17 turnovers per game. That's the most in the league. It results in 20 points off those turnovers, also the most in the league. 5 turnovers here so far tonight for the Sky. 7 seconds, here's Martin. Trying to spin out of traffic. Carla Late steps behind the three-pointer, high-arcing shot off the front of the rim. Williams doesn't waste any time, knew exactly what she wanted to do with it.
Camila Cardoso allowed Elizabeth Williams the lane to drive for that left-hand finish because she was occupying her defender on the other end, on the other side.
9 points for what they call E-Will here in Chicago. Fagbenle in and out. Kia Nurse, no shot. And a foul there on the floor against Kate Martin. Her second personal. Michael Price, the crew chief.
Earlier, how poised and patient Chicago looked on offense. And I think that has to do in large part why Chicago only has 5 turnovers so far in this game.
You heard Kalia's report about, Tyler Marsh saying they're playing to their pace, not necessarily to the defense of Golden State. I thought that was interesting. Sky with a 2-point edge, looking to snap a 6-game losing skid here tonight. Rachel Bantam can't get the 3-point attempt. Well, she's 1 for 5 here tonight. Martin sizes it up. Got a whistle away from the basketball. And objects being thrown onto the court. And the officials take care of it quickly. So this guy will take it out from the sideline. Comes Burton. Mentioned that the whole Northwestern women's basketball team is here to watch Veronica Burton play back in Chicago here tonight. Kate Martin up fake. And off the leg of the Sky. So Valkyries will have 14 seconds with the reset to work with.
You think Veronica Burton put them on her pass list, or did she make them actually buy tickets?
I don't know. Got to check with Joe McEwen, the head coach, and see. Saw Tangela Smith, one of his assistants earlier.
Former Iowa great.
That's right. Kate Martin for 3 with a hand in her face, no problem.
And Kia Nurse knew that she messed up on that defensive assignment. You cannot go under a ball screen against any of these players, but especially Kate Martin.
Her first points here tonight. Martin getting the start. The 15th different starting lineup for the Valkyries. That's a tough shot for Elizabeth Williams.
Veronica Burton was doing everything she could. She got involved in a cross match, and so she ended up on Elizabeth Williams, and credit to Chicago for recognizing it early.
And the offensive foul against Janelle.
But she's also 5'9".
Elizabeth Williams, the first in double figures. I mentioned at halftime, no player in the first half on either team had been in double figures. You know, significant losses on both sides. 8 total players missing that would get some normal playing time. E-Will can't get it that time. Martin bringing it across. That's a three-pointer on the way. Catch and shoot. Kia Nurse knocks it down. Largest lead of the game for Chicago at +4.
You have to wonder at some point, will fatigue kick in for Golden State?
They played last night in Washington, won that game 68-67. What a shot by the rookie Salon.
That was a tough basket. She went through 2 defenders and finished through the contact.
She's got 9 points. Her 3rd bucket of the night. A beautiful one. Rachel Banham pours it in. A Banham buster and 10 points for Rachel Banham.
Even that possession, Lisa, Chicago just looks so poised, not rushed, not sped up by this Golden State defense.
Salon with the kick out. Burton with the three-pointer. She's worked to develop that part of her game as well. Veronica Burton has tripled her scoring average from any other season. There's the lay-in from late. Boy, she likes to drive and penetrate. Now late in double figures, the first on the Valkyries side. She's got 11. And Elizabeth Williams tosses it up. There's a foul on the floor. Bentley's second personal. We'll take a timeout. Raise post players for the Sky at the start of the 3rd quarter, getting a lot of work in.
We just highlighted Elizabeth Williams on that nice left-hand take to the rim and followed up by Camila Cardoso's back to the basket bucket. And that has really embodied what Chicago has done in this 3rd quarter so far, Lisa. They've already attempted 7 shots in the paint in the 3rd quarter.
And attempted a rebound off the hands of Rachel Banham last. Elizabeth Williams checks out. Rebecca.
You see your bigs working down low, get out of there and look for the kick out. Westbeld has said that she is waiting for her game to present itself and just bring all of her to the table. She's really focused on the little things and going the hardest on the floor and showcasing why she's here.
I don't want Maddie Westbeld to wait for her game to present itself. I want Maddie Westbeld to be aggressive. I think the advantage goes to the aggressor at this level, and we've seen Maddie Westbeld be at her best when she is aggressively seeking her shots.
A carrying call, so a turnover for the Valkyries. And their 5th turnover here tonight. Haley Van Lith, Ariel Atkins, Angel Reese, and Courtney Vandersloot on the Sky side. So Maddie Westbeld, a rookie who averages about 11 minutes per game. She's playing in her 15th game of the season. Getting some valuable playing time again here tonight. Rachel Banham with 6 on the shot clock. Pours it in from 15 feet out.
That possession has really epitomized Chicago's poise on the offensive end. Golden State tried to speed Chicago up. They blitzed the ball handler.
And it'll be Sky basketball. You know, tumbling to the turf. There goes Kate Martin for another turnover. 6 turnovers for Valkyries.
Possession by blitzing them.
And an offensive foul call against Rachel Banham. That's number 3 on Banham.
You don't typically see guards needed.
Well, Banham will take a seat. She's actually the game's leading scorer with her 12 points. The Sky outscoring Golden State 14-7 this quarter. Here's Kyla Charles, and the latest signee for the Valkyries. You can see why Golden State's excited about her. She's got 4 points off the bench.
She's doing exactly what you should be doing when you come in on a hardship contract. She's got a high motor, and she's being aggressive, and she's not waiting for the game to come to her.
Check that, she's got 5 points off the bench. Include that three-pointer that she hit in the first half. Kia Nurse well off the mark. And Chicago just shooting 6 of 17 from 3 here tonight. And the Valkyries not better.
Never play to the scoreboard. They never play to the stats. They have a standard of how hard they play.
Uzun picks the pocket, feeds Onyenwere, partially blocked by Late. Here's a chance for Golden State. Inside 2 minutes, Uzun. It's a shot by Late. Boy, Uzun, who comes back to get the ball here for the Sky. She has made herself a presence. Her first game, her debut with the Sky at the point guard spot coming off the bench. Oh, count it! Cardoso, another and one tonight. The three-point play. And she's got 10 points. 4 of the 5 starters now for the Sky in double figures. Carla Late is the only one at double figures for the Valkyries here so far. Charles, kick out, high pass that Salon's able to handle, and a big three-pointer for Golden State.
That was a bet move. She utilized the pass fake to freeze the defense and get herself open for that nice three.
Uzun calling for some reinforcements, gets the screen, leaves it short. Chen in and out. And Cardoso, a couple of rebounds off of another double-double. She's got 8 rebounds here tonight, 10 points. Cardoso with 4 straight double-doubles coming into tonight, but the Sky cough it up. Salon off to the races against Onyenwere, who challenges her, makes it tough, but Salon, looky what I found. And you can't be the first to touch the ball in that situation. Salon went out of bounds and retrieved the ball off the miss. Some empty possessions here for the Sky. We'll see if Golden State can try to take advantage. Final few seconds of the third quarter. Look at Burton looking to cross over. Beck Allen frees herself up off the triple. That is the transformation of Veronica Burton as a pro.
Intentional about defending the three, Lisa, because no lead is safe when you shoot the three as proficiently as Golden State does.
Uzun, what a move. Spinning right, spinning left, and pouring it in. Signed on July 28th for the rest of the season contract because of the injuries by the Sky. In and out there for Burton. Thought she had herself an and one.
Aside from the physicality, as rookies, you struggle with, because she's not a rookie. So she has that type of offensive acumen, but Maddie Westbeld is really struggling on the defensive end guarding the ball.
Uzun played 7 games with Phoenix this year before getting waived at the beginning of June. She played 40 games with Dallas last year. By the way, 4 personal fouls against Westbeld as she commits the team's first foul here of the quarter. We played 1 minute in the fourth. 16 lead changes, 7 ties in the second meeting between these two franchises. Onyenwere, didn't have the angle to try to get that. Here's here's Kyla Charles, the Valkyries' latest pickup as of today. She's got 5 points off the bench. Chen, quick pass to a Cunningham here, who loses it, and a turnover for Golden State. 8 turnovers.
Chicago was excellent in that defensive possession of helping one another, of switching out, of holding their spot, holding the roller. It's a really good connection defensively by Chicago.
Rachel Panum, tied for the game's leading lead, gives it up to Uzun. Westbeld with 7 seconds. Here's Panum. She's got range from there, gives it up. Back Allen is waiting, catch and shoot, fire, can't hit. And Charles running into traffic. Burton Reese settles. Adeline DeCaste talking about Veronica Burton, says in scouting film, she's always the one asking questions. She's the coach on the floor and regulating traffic. Crossover move left everyone in her dust. Burton with 14. Played 15 minutes. I expect maybe 18 to 20 and an offensive foul call.
Again, setting up her but an offensive foul call against E. Will, so they wipe away the basket. And this is what's about. It's just that he's 7-0 right now by Golden this 5-game road trip. And another foul against Uzun, her 3rd. We've played 4 minutes. We've got